dudes, it's Taylor again. Welcome back. I started this look with my face prepped already, but this time I actually got a chance to record my eyebrows. Yay! So I'm using a small double-ended Tarte brush, and one of the ends is a spoolie, which is being used right now, and the other end is a very dense, flat, angled edge. And I'm just using the Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Soft Brown, and I outlined the top curve that I wanted, and then I'm just connecting the bottom line, and then I'm going to fill in the edges with the outest part being the darkest and the inner part toward my nose being the lightest. And here you can just see me blending it in a little bit in the front. And I end up drawing a little bit of a line on the bottom, but I don't like it to be too dark because then it won't look as blended. And then I just do hair-like strokes in the front to make the ombre effect more betterer. And then I'm using the spoolie to blend the pomade into the eyebrow and fade it a little bit. And then I'm filling in the spaces that I missed. And once I'm done with that, I use the Kat Von D concealer and I cut out the bottom edge of my eyebrow to really define it. And if I mess up the top edge, I'll put the concealer on the top. But I was pretty confident in these top edges, so I didn't put it on the top. And I also use that as my base, and I use a very dense round, would you consider that round brush? A flat round brush to blend my concealer out. And then I go in with the Kat Von D contour palette and use the lightest shade at the top left and pack it in with a domed brush. And here is the Makeup Forever bright orange shade. It doesn't really have a name. And this was my first time trying this shade out and Makeup Forever since they changed themselves into little squares. And I just put that in my little Z palette by Ofra that I got in my BoxyCharm. And I'm using that orange shade in a very round motions. I'm putting it in the crease, keeping the center the most focal point rather than the outer edge. And I just am darkening the crease with the same color. And this eyeshadow is the only eyeshadow I use besides what I use in my inner corner highlights. And then I'm just using the flat edge of the brush to really pack the color in and make the orange very bright and vibrant, which I did multiple times while I was doing the rest of this look, because I have problems with Makeup Forever shadows creasing on me, so I always have to go back in on them no matter what I do to prep my eyelids. These are the only eyeshadows that crease on me besides one of like my older palettes. And now I'm going in with my Kat Von D foundation with the Beauty Blender, and I'm only using 2 pumps of that foundation. And I'm just, sorry, my cat distracted me. And I'm just pouncing that all over my face, and then once I do that, I use that flat brush by IT Cosmetics to blend it out and get closer to my eyebrows and blend down on my neck because my foundation is too dark for me. And after that, I'm going back in with the Kat Von D concealer to highlight and conceal my under eyes, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my ear jawline. And then I'm going back in with my Beauty Blender to reblend all that out, being careful around the eyes. And then I'm going in with the Lock-It Translucent Setting Powder by Kat Von D, and I'm slowly pressing that under the eyes and the forehead and the nose and the chin, and you know, all the areas that you want to bake when you get oily or creasy. And I'm using that Domi brush that I love so much by Crown. Yes, by Crown. And I'm using that to just put the setting powder all over my face and to blend out the harsh amounts that I end up putting under my eyes. And now I'm using the ashiest color in that Kat Von D Shade+Light palette to contour the hollows of my cheeks, and I like to keep it higher up on my cheekbones, which I ended up putting a lot in this time because I wanted the look to be very ashy, I guess. And I'm going in now with a Real Techniques crease brush, and I went straight down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm just blending all the edges out. And I'm kind of just defining all the edges on my nose. I don't really like to change the shape of it. And when I'm done blending that, I put my beauty blender and the fluffy brush over top of it to really blend the edges. And then for my blush, I'm going in with the Chrissy Teigen palette by Becca. And I'm patting that on my cheeks with the Lisa Frank blush brush. And I like to put it on my cheeks, my nose, and my chin just a little bit to make me seem all over rosy. And then I go in with this Pure palette with a highlighting brush and top off tops of my cheeks, the tip of my nose, the lightest touch of the bridge of the nose, chin. I do my lips with it and a little bit on the forehead once I have the excess off. So there's that forehead. Awesome. And now I'm going in with a little tiny little Domi brush to highlight the inner corners, but that didn't really do what I wanted it to. So I ended up going in with my fingers to highlight the inner corner better, and I'm using that same brush to highlight my brow bone as well. And because I forgot to earlier, I'm now using a little Gimme Brow to add lighter hair stroke colors to my brow, since that's a lighter shade than the Pomade, and it also keeps my hairs in place, and it's in the shade 1, I know that for a fact. And then I'm using the same orange eyeshadow I was using earlier, and I'm just swiping that in very big round motions under my eye, and then once I have it down close to the eyelashes, I use my big fluffy brush again to really make it very round. I didn't want it to seem pointed. I wanted the whole thing to seem like a big circle on your eyeball. And then this was my first time trying the NYX Cosmetic Glitter. I thought this shade was going to be white and holographic, but it was orange, which was crazy. And this is the NYX Glitter Glue Primer Thingamabobber. And I'm just putting that on my inner corners with a flat brush. It could be any flat brush you want. I'm using a Real Techniques one. And I'm just patting that on my inner corners until I feel like the area is tacky enough for the glitter. And once I do that, I use the same brush and ended up using my fingers too to pack the glitter on my inner crease. Inner crease? Inner corner. See, look, it's orange. It does not, the bottle does not make it look like it would be orange. But anyways, this is the Marc Jacobs gel liner, and it's the only thing that stays on my eyes throughout the day. And I'm using the black color, obviously, and I am just tight lining with it. And this is the new Plan 9 color by Kat Von D. I love all of her liquid lipsticks, and this one was like a really pretty emerald green. And I didn't use any lip liners or anything like that. I just used her lip product and put it all over my lips, and I ended up putting 2 coats of it on to make it super opaque. And I was happy because I nailed the lip line, and I never do. And then I'm just going in with the Tarteist mascara. And since I don't use false eyelashes, once I put the mascara on, all I gotta do is spray my face with this Tarte Hydro Mist, and then the look is done. Thank you guys for watching. I know I have a lot to improve on still, but I think this video ended up much better than my last one. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I post every Monday now, apparently. Or, you know, before Monday. Whenever. Monday the latest. Yeah, Monday the latest. I post every Monday. Yeah, every Monday. I'm gonna stick with Mondays. That sounds good.